Hey guys, welcome back to IO1. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button to get the newest updates and release videos from our channel. Today, we're going to be doing an unboxing and a quick review of the Glorious Series 1 Pro mouse. Now, this mouse came from the Forge group buy project from Glorious, which means that these products didn't actually ever show up in stores. Now, my local computer shop did carry it, perhaps the end of the run, and it in fact carried it on sale. So I'm kind of excited to take a look at this mouse and show you what's inside this box. Of course, I would have never purchased this mouse at MSRP, but you know me, for a good deal, I may just bite. All right, a couple of things about this mouse. So first of all, the sensor that it uses is the PixArt BAM-F3370. In comparison with the Keychron M3 mouse, which I have here, this one uses the latest PixArt 3395, which has a little bit of a higher DPI setting at 26,000. And if you recall, one of the first videos or unboxings that I made, it was of the Glorious Model O Wireless. And this one uses a BANF sensor as well, but a slightly older model, which is the PixArt 3360. The BANF sensors are generally designed to be low power so that it can prolong the wireless life of the mouse. Next, the switches. The switches in this are Glorious mechanical switches, which are rated at 80 million clicks, which is very typical of all these other mouses as well. The weight of this is surprisingly light. Now, Glorious has gone ahead and removed all the LEDs, and the honeycomb design was redesigned and managed to get this down to about 50 grams, which is really light. The Model O is 69 grams, which is light already. Now, just holding the box here, I almost thought that there was nothing in this box. The DPI sensor and the connection on this is 19,000 DPI in comparison to the M3, which is 26,000, thanks to the PixArt 3395 sensor. And it also uses 100% PTFE Teflon feet for smooth gliding surfaces. Next, connection-wise, this one uses a wired connection as well as the 2.4 gigahertz connection, but unlike the M3, it does not have Bluetooth compatibility. It has 1,000 polling rate. Finally, the MSRP for this guy is a whooping $149.99. Now, I don't know if it's really worth that much amount of money, but as you know me, I like to get a good deal, and I got this for $79.99 Canadian dollars, which, you know, for a mouse might be a little bit expensive. But for me, I got this mouse mainly because it is a little bit smaller for my hands, and I wanted to see if it would have made a difference. So let's get right into the unboxing and take a look at what's inside. So first of all, this box is quite different from your typical Glorious box. It doesn't have any of those holograms or prism stickers on it. It's kind of a very generic gray box. And this one here, I got the Genos Orange, or Genos yellow color. It does come in the Centauri red as well as the Vidar blue. And these colors actually look really nice, the two-tone concept. But I got the yellow one because I thought this one looks really nice as well. So on the front of the box, it says Glorious Forge Series 1 Pro mouse. On the side, over here, it just tells you the model name and also the color that you're purchasing. And on the back, I think this is the source, the Forge logo. And other than that, you know, it has two stickers here for you to cut. So we're gonna do that right away with our trusty scissors. Okay, so let's open it up. Okay, so in the top of the box, it just has the shell. I'm gonna put that right here. And the mouse just sits right there. You know, it kind of looks like a retro colored mouse, if you ask me. So the mouse itself looks really, oh my goodness, it's really light. So it feels like a feather. Now, this mouse here, if you look carefully, is slightly gray, and then the notch wheel here is an orange or yellow, or in this case here, it's called the Genos yellow. The surface of the mouse here is kind of it's a hard rubber, so it's not going to become sticky over time, and it's very, very finely textured. So it gives you a little bit of grip, but it's definitely a little bit more slippery. Actually, no, it's actually a bit better than the Moto O, which is actually a smooth kind of finish to the plastic. So I think this one actually has a little bit of a better grip. Now let's take a look at the mouse itself. So the mouse has a nice little hump, and it fits really well in my hands actually. I can get my whole hand over it compared to the Moto O, which I have a couple of millimeters here, or a couple of centimeters actually. This one I can almost reach the whole end of it. In terms of the buttons, we have first of all the mouse 1, mouse 2, and we have the side buttons, which is good for your thumb. You know, clicking on the side buttons doesn't really give it a really good clicking feel. It kind of has a mushy feeling, whereas the Moto O has a nice crisp click. Not sure if you could hear that. Now, the top button has a DPI changer, which is pretty good, and also the notch, which also feels pretty standard as well. The most important part is the clicking. So let's do a quick sound test, which sounds pretty good compared to the Moto O. So I have to say, the Series 1 Pro, the clicking is actually slightly more hollow and there's slightly more of a bounce to it. Whereas if you use the Moto O, the clicks actually feel a bit more crisper and solid. It's hard to explain, but it's very subtle as well. Now, finally, there's no LED on this, but I do like the color scheme. So the orange, yellow, and the gray or the beige on the top, which is really nice. This is a really, really, really light mouse. It comes with your PTFE feet on the bottom. We have 4 of them, and you need to remove it before you use it. It has a power button and then also a DPI light as well. So that's really all there is for the mouse itself. Now, when we remove the box, well, what's in the box, we have, first of all, the plastic shell, and here we have a small little dongle. So this here, I've learned since, is to allow you to either use this as a 2.4 gigahertz connection, or if you have trouble inserting it into the back of your computer, you can actually use one of the extensions with this one. I think this is an extender. In any case, we'll put that here. It comes with your Ascend paracord cable, which is the same as the Moto O, I think. It's very floppy and also very light as well. So I'll put that here. Inside the box, we have a couple of goodies. So some stickers. Not really sure why you have a sticker of a mouse, but that's a sticker here. You have the Forge project right here. So it's a card that says about the Forge, which was founded in 2022. You have some stickers again, more stickers. You have a dry silica pack. And finally, you have some sort of quick start guide here, which, you know, it's not too much to this mouse, but I think you need to use the Glorious software to use it properly. All right, so that's really all there is to the mouse. I hope you like this unboxing. Stick around for some perspective views. And in comparison here, just take a look with the 3 mice. Here you have the Keychron M3. And here you have the Glorious Moto O wireless. And you can see that the sizes here are quite different. If you ask me, I think the Series 1 actually has the best shape and best size. But to each their own, because these are really personal things. So definitely the Keychron is the biggest one, and it's quite heavy at 79 grams, I believe. And this is the Glorious Series 1 Pro. All right, take care, stay safe. See you next time.